guard, post! Detail! Oh no! Oh! Good morning all, and thank you for being here on this beautiful morning to honor our heroes on National Peace Officers Memorial Day and Police Week. At this time, I'd ask our chaplain of the Gloucester Township Police Department, Monsignor Michael Mannion, to come forward to lead us in prayer and invocation.
Good morning, everyone. Lord our God, remind us this day as we honor those who have gone before us, given all they've had, that legacy becomes legend when memory leads to a deeper reverence, not only for those who have made total sacrifice, but also for those each day, step by step, who continue to live the police creed of serve and protect.
This time, I'd like to ask the leader of Gloucester Township, Mayor David Mayer, to make a few remarks. We thank him for being here and for his ongoing and unwavering support of our mission in law enforcement. Thank you, Mayor.
On this beautiful day, we take time to show our appreciation to the men and women who serve us in law enforcement. And we thank all the men and women throughout this land who dedicate their lives to the service of their communities. We thank all the men and women in law enforcement for taking time away from their families to serve other families. This is National Police Appreciation Week. And as I said, we're taking time to say thank you and to show our appreciation. But it should not just be for 1 week. It should be every day of the year. And so on behalf of the residents of Gloucester Township, we thank all of those men and women who serve us in law enforcement, especially the men and women of the Gloucester Township Police Department. Thank you for what you do for our community. God bless you and your family. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Today we celebrate National Peace Officers Memorial Day in a way like we've never had to celebrate before. So I'd ask you all to just take a moment to focus on our roles as peacemakers. Let us honor the sacrifice of those who have made the ultimate sacrifice. This year we're not able to celebrate as we normally would. We're making sure that we're keeping social distance, we're wearing masks. None of us could have predicted that we would be in this situation last year. But I felt it was important for us to gather to honor those who have given the ultimate sacrifice and do it in a way that may be different, but it is within the traditions of our law enforcement community. Typically, we would be having our Unity Tour riders that we're so proud of represent us in Washington as they ride through the streets of Washington, through New Jersey, down through Maryland, and into Washington. They raise money, they work all year to raise money for the families of the fallen. And while we couldn't do it this year because of the pandemic, I thank them because what they do is a year-long process. raising funds, getting ready, staying in the shape that they have to stay in. So I wanted to acknowledge them, and I thank those of the riders that have represented us, and all the riders who have represented us in past years. We've made such a great showing during Police Week, so I thank you. And today we take a moment. We remember the 307 law enforcement officers whose names will be entered onto the Law Enforcement Memorial in Washington, D.C. For the last 2 months or so, we've been battling an invisible and insidious enemy, the COVID-19 coronavirus. This is a foe that we could have never predicted coming. And according to the National Fraternal Order of Police count, 101 officers have passed throughout the nation from COVID-19. This includes 11 officers. The count went up from 10 to 11 from New Jersey. All of these officers died trying to bring peace to their communities. We've all been challenged by this pandemic. There's no question about that. I think the best synonym that I heard was, I think Colonel Callahan from the state police said, we're flying a plane as we build it, and we're adapting on the fly. But I got to tell you, this police department, this town, this community has stepped up to the challenge. You, the men and women of the Gloucester Township Police Department, have stepped up. You've become the servant leaders that we've talked about often. More now than ever, you've been needed on the front lines, and you've demonstrated that you will step up and sacrifice. You put your safety and well-being on the line every day for the community of Gloucester Township and for each other in our endeavoring efforts to bring peace to our community. Let us not forget on this Peace Officers Memorial Day, the survivors. That's what this is all about. Let's not forget those families who have lost their heroes, their loved ones. We owe it to them to never forget. We vow that we'll never forget. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called the children of God. Let us honor and remember those peacemakers who have gone before us. Let us serve as they have served. I've never been so proud to be a police officer and a peace officer with the Gloucester Township Police Department as I am at this time. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for your service. And thank you for your ongoing commitment. And stay safe. Detail L10, outer guard, post. Detail, honor guard, order!